Okay, so I was asked a question about this topic, so let's talk about it for around 10 minutes. So the question is as follows. When we put tallit on in the morning, we do atifat ishma'ilim. We wrap it around our head and we do the two strings, we throw it back, the process of putting tallit on in the morning. So first of all, where does this come from? And second of all, is it me'akev? Is it halakha l'ma'aseh? You have to do it this way? And so, and third of all, once you start doing it, if there's kaddish or kiddusha, but you didn't finish the whole wrapping around your head thing, are you allowed to answer kaddish and kiddusha? Or, since you made the beracha, you have to wait till you finish the proper mitzvah. And then you can answer kaddish kiddusha. And so, where does this come from?
I didn't understand the last part. You did it.
You have the whole process. You have to put
yourself.
You're in the middle doing it. You have to put it on your head, and then the two strings you throw them behind, and the other two strings you didn't. You're in this process, and there's kaddish going on. Is it like you made a beracha? So if you made gefen and you didn't drink yet, you can't answer kaddish. You have to wait till you finish the mitzvah, right? Or since you started, you can just answer amen, even though you didn't finish the process of wrapping your head with the tallit.
So why would we even ask that question? What is so unique about this? Because you're not going to ask it about.
Because it happens a lot of times in the morning.
You're not going to ask it about other.
Yeah, because gefen is not always in the morning. Shaarey, it's kaddish around. But it happens a lot of times. You're late or whatever. You're putting it on. They're praying in the background.
Okay, so you say because technically you're likely to encounter this situation, it should be addressed.
Yeah, exactly. And so the source for this custom is called atifat ishma'ilim, wrapping it like the Ishma'ilim. Why would we want to do anything like the Ishma'ilim, honestly? And so, what is the source of this? When we put tallit on, we put it on our head, and then we take the two strings from the front, and then we whip them around the shoulder, and then we take the other two strings and put them around our shoulder like Ishma'ilim, and then we set it on our shoulders like normal. There's a couple different customs, but this whole concept, where does it come from? And so the truth is, there isn't a Gemara that says you must put your tallit on like Ishma'ilim. Ashkenazim have a little bit of a variance. Yeah, they also do the head, I believe, but a little variance he's going to mention over here. I'm not an expert at what Ashkenazim do, but he mentions over here. And so the truth is, in Moed Katan, which talks a lot about Avelut, mourning, lehavdil, elef havdalot. Really, the Gemara says that Avel, someone who's mourning, he has to walk around, he has to have during his day, he has to wrap his head like the Ishma'ilim wrap. Ka'atifat Ishma'ilim. It's a sign of mourning. Now that makes more sense. Yeah? You wrap your head like the Ishma'ilim, it's a mourning. You don't reveal your head, it's a sign of mourning. This is by Avilut. If you look at Shulchan Aruch, you have your Shulchan Aruch with Yoreh De'ah, and the laws of Avilut, he actually brings halakha l'ma'aseh. Maran Shulchan Aruch writes halakha l'ma'aseh. Moshe, you listening?
Yeah.
Maran Shulchan Aruch brings halakha l'ma'aseh that an Avel should wrap his head like the Ishma'ilim, his whole head with his tallit or his robe or whatever, and just his eyes popping out. Yeah, this is what the Ishma'ilim do. No question to us.
Wait a second. So Maran Shulchan Aruch says that you need to wrap it only when you do the mitzvah or through that walk around.
It's the garb of an Avel. Maran Shulchan Aruch in Yoreh De'ah, he writes this. Nobody does it. And the garb of the Avel is to wrap his head and cover everything besides for his eyes, except when visitors are coming. When visitors are coming, during visiting hours, you take it down so you can be normal. But when there's no visitors.
Does any of this opinion and halachot
so the Ramah
reasoning why Ishmaeli out of all people?
Yeah, it has to do with Rashechem lo tifra. It has to do with some sort of avilut over the head. But the Ramah in this Yoreh De'ah, the Ramah or Moshe Israelis, he says lo osim ezeh b'medinot elu. We don't do this in these days, and it's not the custom to do it. And it seems that we follow obviously the Ramah in this aspect that this custom by avilut is gone. I never saw one person by Avel wrapped like a Ishmaeli all day long. However, it does use the word atifa there in the Gemara. It uses the word atifa. And so we know the word for talit is lehit atif besisit. So if atifa by over there is wrapping the head like a Ishmaeli, maybe the atifa by talit is also wrapping the head by Ishmaeli. In fact,
what preceded what? Because the Chachamim tiknu the mitzvah of lehit atif.
It's a question about the word. What does the atef mean?
No,
Ma?
the Rebs, the Chachamim.
Atifa. Yeah. Atifa. Now, but it doesn't specifically say for sisit though. But there's a Tosafot in Arachin. In Tosafot in Arachin on page 2b says everyone has to wrap sisit. And the question is, everyone's to include who? Who else would you think? Those who know how to wrap have to wrap. Even Ketanim, once they know how to do the Atifa. And so what does it mean they know how to do Atifa? Is it a big deal to put tallit on? And so Tosafot over there in Arachin writes, we learn Atifa that it has to be the Kiminhag Yishmaelim, which is a little complicated for a child to do. And so that's a Tosafot straight out. It says that the Atifa v'talit copies the Atifa like the Avilim, the Avdil, to wrap the head and then the eyes also. That's one source. However, there are those who argue, the Sefer HaYitud, he quotes this, the Shitat HaGeonim, which is the Tosafot, and he says it's not true. The word Atef doesn't mean to wrap. If you look at the Targum Unkilos in the Torah, when it says, in two Pesukim, when it says by Tamar, which we read about last week, Batit Kas, exactly. She covered her head, it says Batit Ataf. It doesn't mean she wrapped her head. She's just covered. And if you look at Gedilim Ta'aselecha, if you look at the Pasuk in Devarim, it says the word cover, and also the Targum says also it's late Atef. And so therefore, many people hold Atifa doesn't mean wrap in Aramit. Atifa just means cover. Doesn't mean wrap. Marash HaRaruch, does he say to do this or not? Atifat Ishmaelim? No. Marash HaRaruch doesn't say it. Marash HaRaruch, if you look at Siman, I'll show you. Marash HaRaruch says, Siman Het. No. This is back in Or HaChaim now. Yored Az Ka'avili. He says, Marash HaRaruch Siman Het says, I'll read you Marash. Seder Atifato. How do you wrap it? Like people cover themselves while they're working. Cover your head. He doesn't say anything about wrapping the front, the strings of the back, like a Yishmaeli, like a, how do they call it? What do they call the whole a turban in Arabic? How do they call it?
The kafir.
He doesn't say to do it. So Cham David. Yeah, sometimes they cover, sometimes they don't. He didn't care so much. So Maran Shulchan doesn't say to do this. And in Beit Yosef, he discusses this. By the way, these halachot, I should say, are coming from Cham David Yosef. In his back of his sefer, he has teshuvot, like Yehavedat style, is Cham David. Maran Beit Yosef writes, שאין להוכיח מנוסח הברכה להתעטף בסיסית שיש לומר דהיינו לשון כיסוי. We're not sure exactly what it means. ותתכס והתעטפת בה. We're discussing it. In Shulchan Aruch, he just writes the seder atifa is to cover your head. He doesn't say anything about the wrapping it like a Yishmaeli. However, ומבואר מדברי מרן Shulchan Aruch, says Cham David Yosef Shlita, we see from the words of Shulchan Aruch, she's so bad, shemin adin, אין חיוב להתעטף בכתיפת הישמעאלים. He doesn't hold that you have to do this like the Yishmaelim. מכל מקום, בשעת הברכה, טוב להתעטף בו כדי הילוך 400, וכן פשט המנהג. So, הלכה למעשה, says Cham David Yosef, אף על פי שמעיקר הדין, אין חובה להתעטף בסיסית כעטיפת הישמעאלים, even though you don't have to do this to be יוצא סיסית, wrap like the ישמעאלים do, מפני שמה שנאמר בתורה, גדילים תעשה לך על 4 כפות כסותך, שתכסה בה, תכסה, is תתעטף, cover. היינו כיסוי הגוף בלבד, is covering the body is what's required. כדרך שבני אדם מתכסים בחסותם, like people walk around in the old days covered. Sometimes בכיסוי הראש, and sometimes בגילוי הראש. מכל מקום, however, says Cham David, מנהג ישראל להתעטף בסיסית כעטיפת הישמעאלים, the מנהג already is to do this like the Yishmaelim do, בשעה שמברך על הטלית, just for the beracha. So if you don't do it, someone doesn't do it, they still yotzeh according to Maran Shulchan Aruch, but it's the custom to do it.
Let me ask a question. When we say atef, and then we're wrapping around after just our bodies.
Yeah, the bodies, yes.
So, isn't that
That's yotzeh. But just in case, like Tosafot says, atifati shmayanim, like the avilut, the same word for avilut leavdil. So that's why we do it just for the beracha, just in case, and then we put it ala guf. And says Chacham David, Seder atifat tallit tzarich liot be'ofan zeh. This is how we do it. Miyad le'achar b'atef b'sisit. After we make the blessing, yitatef b'tallit al rosho. You put it on your head. Kishe'arba kanfot tallit yoredot keneged panav. And then the 4 strings are in front of you. Shetayim l'sad yamin, u'shtayim l'sad simon. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. And then you grab et hatzad yemani shenekeneged panav. You grab the right side. And you throw it on the left side like Mish'at Otam. Someone told me maybe there's a connection between Mish'at Otam and Pesach night. I don't know. I couldn't find one. And then you take the other ones, you throw them all, and then you have all 4 on you. You want to put it like this because you're surrounded with misvot first, and then you throw them on the left shoulder. And you wait the amount of time it takes to walk 4 amot, 6 feet. A few seconds you wait. And afterwards, you read the tallit before you put it down on your body. You should take and fot hasisit milafanav u'shtayim milacharav, 2 in front of you, 2 in back of you, and you're surrounded by misvot, and that's what we want. V'yesh noagim, some have the custom shemiyad hashisiyam bilkat leit'atef b'sisit after the siyam. Siyam? No.
Tzereh should be tzereh.
Siyam. They just put it on their whole body. They don't do the whole atifati shmayilim. And na'agun ken em tzarichim l'shlok ben hagam. They don't have to change the custom. It's fine. It's kosher. Maran Shulchan Aruch doesn't say you have to do it.
If you don't do that whole thing,
It's still kosher. Yeah, because Maran doesn't say you have to do it. This is the custom of many Ashkenazim. Although he brings in the other side, there are other Ashkenazim when they cover even their eyes when they do it. And so that maybe Ashkenazim, there's some, I don't know. But we hold that the eyes should be revealed because the Yishmaelim, when they walk around, their eyes are revealed. And so
why are we so keen on doing it like Ishmael?
Because the Gemara says,
yeah, like Ishmael.
Exactly.
But why would the Gemara say
that you have to go back to the Avilim because we want
the
to.
whole thing about don't copy the Goyim.
I know, but we're mourning now. When it comes to Avilim, we should be like these guys. What do you mean? I can't find a better time to be like that. No, but it's the same word used. So, and Tosafot says in Arichin that since it's the same word, they have the same halacha. And so, just in case, it is. But the Yishmaelim, so Acham David writes, the Yishmaelim, when they go or they walk around, their eyes are not covered. They have to see where they're going. How would you do it? Mechuseh is covered. How would you say it? Korech maybe. Lichroch.
Atifa. In modern Hebrew, when you wrap up a gift, for instance, you are otef.
And in ancient Hebrew, korech. What is korech? Lichroch is the sandwich. Sandwich, yeah. To bind.
The one ear,
similar.
One ear it's binding. It's different.
Anyway, so he says over here, Acham David says, you should not cover your eyes like the Ashkenazim take it. Some Ashkenazim, I guess they don't do it, and then some take it too far. They cover their eyes also. You can close your eyes, but you don't want to cover your whole head with the tallit. You see a lot of people.
The wrapping like this, like you see in Lawrence of Arabia. You want to see your eyes. So.
Until the eyes. You do see a lot of people, they cover the whole head. So that's no, because it's Ativat Ishmaelim, follow what it says. Well, they don't walk around like this. They put 2 holes in so they can see. And the last halakha, let me finish this halakha here. יש נוהגים שאינם מתעטפים בטלית כלל, אלא משאירים את הטלית כרוחה על צווארם בשעת תפילה. Some people just put it on the neck. A lot of SYs used to do this when I was growing up. Now they're all religious, I'm sure. But a lot of Syrian guys, they right around the neck like a scarf. This is no good. That's not good. That's not kosher. And it's got to go on the shoulders. It's got to go on the body. This is ve'aosim ken enam yotzim yedei chovat mitzvah tzitzit. It's not fulfilling anything. Ve'arem, just like a scarf. Ve'arem berchim berachala batala. If they put it down for a second, it wasn't berachala batala. They put it down for a second. But if they go straight like this on a scarf, no, it's 0. And that's a fact, because once you did it, once you put it on the shoulders, you yotzeh. But now you're doing the mitzvah, but you want Ve'esh la'il musar oznam. V'lehanhigam al pi halacha. You have to teach them that the scarf thing is no good. Now, let me do a last one. Conservative religion. Oh, yeah. Which one?
Ismail Haniya, all these like Iranians who do like the Palestinian thing that are just around.
Yeah. I've seen them by the marches. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, what they did. It's nothing. It's zero. It's not atifa.
Yeah, they were just identifying.
And to the last question, what do you think, Moshe? Do you answer amen or not? You're in the middle of doing the atifat Ishmaeli and Kaddish.
I think in Kaddish it's all subject, not just because of tzitzit. There are many things that you're allowed to stop to either stop your mitzvah or answer amen. I would argue that you can probably say amen.
Why? Give me some sivara. According to what we just learned, Yossi. It's not even, it's just a humrah. You're probably yotzei already. Once you put it on your head and draped on your shoulders.
I say you can start say
As I'm saying, logically, because we just learned that atifat Ishmaeli is not even according to Manan. So all that you're doing now is extra. So you're finished.
Yeah.
Once you put on your head and shoulders, you're done. So you should be able to answer amen. And that's the halakha למעשה. מי שברך ברכת להתעטף בסיסית ובעודו מתעטף טרם הורדת הטלית על גופו, before it got down in his body. Here's הורדת. I put נקודות in here. שמע ברכה, קדיש, קדושה, צריך לענות, you answer. ואפילו אם עדיין לא הספיק להתעטף בעטיפת ישמעאלים. No, but I didn't finish doing it like the Ishmaelim. You answer, I meant. Why? Now we know the reason why. Maran Shohalu doesn't even say to do this, it's just the custom. Okay, we'll stop here. And this halakha l'ma'aseh. So why do we do it? Because they use the word atifa by the Avilim le'avdil, and over there it says ka'atifat Ishmaelim, and Tosafot and Arachin says it's the same word, and so we should be hoshesh. If you don't do it, it's yotzei yadi habato. If you do it, it's the proper way to do it is not to cover your eyes. Be like a really Shaarey for a second, and have the eyes poking out. And if you hear Kaddish or Kedusha in the middle, you're allowed and encouraged to answer Amen.